So here's how you can create some different kinds of shapes in your landscape. After you've created your sky and your land layer, now you can create things such as the sun or the moon, or trees, or animals, anything that can go in a landscape. So to create a sun, you'll use your shape tools. So if you left click on that area, it will open up all these different shape tools. So the ellipse tool is what you can use to create a sun. Now remember, you can hold the shift key while you drag out your sun shape, and that will create a perfect circle. It's set now to a gradient, and I've changed that to a radial gradient. So that way the color changes will happen in a radial or circular way. And so now I've kind of created more of a sun. It's got some intense colors. So that's how you create circular objects like that. Now you can create a crescent moon in a similar way, and you can use the Pathfinder to help you kind of create the crescent shape if you don't want to draw it out. So what you'll do is you'll create a circle, you'll copy and paste that shape so that you have two of them. And then basically you'll kind of line them up and you will select them. Once you have them selected, if you open your Pathfinder window, then you can experiment with the different ways of combining those pathways to create a crescent moon. So remember your shortcuts, remember the easy way to hit undo. But basically, if you click on this one, that will create a crescent moon. Okay, but Pathfinder is really helpful because you can create a lot of different interesting shapes just by kind of combining different pathways. So that's how you create a crescent moon. Now to create complex shapes such as a tree, there's a number of ways you can go about doing this. First, I'm going to create a layer specifically for trees. Okay, and then you can use the paintbrush tool, or you can use the pen tool, curvature tool. There's a number of ways you can do this. Now the paintbrush tool, you kind of just create different strokes. And depending if you like that or not, you can keep it. You can make it thicker by changing those settings up at the top. I don't know if I really like it, so I'm going to select them and delete them. But you can definitely create some additional things for your landscape using that paintbrush tool. You can also use the pen tool to create some additional things for your landscape if you want. So I'm kind of creating a little wonky pine tree. And remember, instead of just clicking and letting go, if you click and hold, then you can create curves with the pen tool. Once you've connected that pathway, you can then fill it with color, or you can also change the anchor points around if you want. Remember, to do that, you will have the shape selected and you'll click on the curvature tool. Another thing you can do to improve your artwork is by changing the transparency. So if you click on a shape and then if you click on this area called transparency, and then notice that opacity area, if you click on that, you can make the shape either more opaque or more transparent. And so this is really nice if you want to get rid of some hard edges or some weird colors. It'll kind of help your artwork look a little bit more realistic. And so just as a review, for this project we're using our layers window, we're using our Pathfinder window, we're using our transparency and gradient windows. And those are usually on the left, but if they aren't, you can always click on the Windows tab at the very top and you can find the various windows that you're looking for. So we've got layers, Pathfinder, transparency will be more towards the bottom. Okay, so Remember, a lot of this project is just kind of testing your creativity. Basically, you'll create a lot of different organic shapes to create a landscape. And so be as creative as you want. When you are ready, make sure that you have your various layers visible, everything's the way you want it to be, and then you will save your project as a working AI file and then as a exported JPEG file.